Hey guys, what is up? This is Sir Cled. So, I recently realized we're in a huge Pokemon hype on this channel. I didn't even really intend to. Guess it kind of just started all with Pokemon Green here. Started it up in, I think it was July, just because I didn't have time to really work on anything big at the moment, and I just thought that this would be neat, something to show off. Ran into problems with capturing software, life, work, blah blah. Sorry, I'm coming down with a cold, my voice is dying. And I know I did not expect it to run this long, but it's still running. But yeah, this has led to a bunch of hype. If you haven't realized, we got Pokemon distribution cartridges, our fancy little Pokemon 3DSs, Pokemon Amiibo, and then of course we got the new remakes of Ruby and Sapphire, which aren't those. I don't know. We're gonna put all that stuff away. So I know you're all just now thinking, well geez, you don't show off anything anymore, like you haven't worked on Harvest Moon, Magical Melody in a while. What have you been doing? Why is it so much Pokemon? We still do a bunch of other stuff. Problem is I've been working on Pokemon Green for a while, and of course any additional content just comes from what I've been playing recently, but it's kind of hard to show what I've been playing recently because it's been that for a while, and it's kind of hard to show off anything 3DS more long term. I can show off my quick little things, which I've been trying to do from 3DS, just because I can't really record handhelds that easily. If I can get it through the Game Boy player, that's one thing, but oh well. Then the other thing I've been mostly playing for the past month is Senran Kagura, which we actually can't show. Nope. Yeah, we can't exactly show that. So what's that leave us to for today? Well, if you can actually read down below, we're going to be talking about these two beauties right here. And so, just so you don't have to sit here and just listen to me talk over boxes real quick, I'm going to cut ahead and we're just going to go ahead and go stick probably Sapphire. This guy, maybe. My old Sapphire cartridge. While we talk about, well, I haven't played through Mega Ruby yet. So we're going to be mostly talking about my experiences in Alpha Sapphire and what I think so far. So I'll be back in just a second, and hopefully I can edit this and not look like a failure at life, which I know is very possible. Okay, for those of you who just get to the middle, you're very confused. This is not Pokemon Alpha Ruby Omega Sapphire. Not that those games exist. It's Alpha Sapphire Omega Ruby, I don't know what I'm talking about. As I just said, like, what, 2 minutes ago? I can't record anything longer than a couple seconds with my camera, and I can't exactly play a game and whatever with one hand unless it's Senran Kagura. So we're looking for very quickly while I talk about this, so how are we gonna grade the new Pokemon games here? So we're of course going to be comparing it to X and Y as the base. We're looking for amount of content, exciting new things, gameplay, a lot of things in general. So, I guess to start off, how are the graphics? Obviously when you're going to remake a game, i.e. Ocarina of Time, Halo, Digital Metroid. One thing, of course, you're going to be paying particular attention to is
Does it affect graphics? Are the graphics nice?
So I have to say this actually is probably one of the most nice-looking Pokemon games. I mean, for the most part, the battles are identical to X and Y. In fact, I'm pretty sure that everything's completely ripped for the most part, except for the added models for the new Megas, the new Primal versions, some new moves. Other than that, it's perfectly ripped from X and Y, which is fine. X and Y was beautiful. That was like one of the most promising aspects. Overworld-wise, I'm actually more a fan. I mean, okay, X and Y had some weird wonky camera, where most of the time it was behind you, like in Zelda games, compared to top-down like in these older Pokemon games, and you're asking how does this affect graphics? Some parts of X and Y didn't look natural, I want to say. That's how I want to put it. There are areas where tall grass didn't really work, and some of the effects they did didn't really feel like they belonged. Whereas in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they kind of work more natural with Pokemon and how we're used to it. Just, yeah. Tall grass looked more normal. All the effects worked the way they were supposed to. This time we got a 3D aspect for the overworld, and the top-down really works. I haven't been inside my base forever. Ew. Okay, we're done here. That's why I haven't been in here forever. Graphics work. Gameplay's still pretty nice. I mean, I still haven't fully explored everything. There are a lot of legendaries, jeez. Most of which I haven't actually encountered yet. Currently, in game, I have beat the main story, beaten Elite Four. I did the episode Delta, which I felt was a very nice additional little side story. The final fight in that was awesome. Here's some spoilers. You pretty much ride Mega Rayquaza into space, blow up a meteor, and then you fight Deoxys in space, and then you can even catch Deoxys. Personally, for me, I felt that was kind of big. I mean, they just turned an event Pokemon into just a normal legendary, pretty much. So actually, right now, that's where I'm actually kind of sitting, is I knocked out the Deoxys, so there's spawning Sky Tower, and I'm currently soft resetting to hunt it. If you guys know me, I like to hunt shinies. That's kind of the whole emphasis of the last video, that for some reason is blowing up and fusing and so me. Is there too much water? Okay, this is one thing I've seen complained a lot. Whose face is that? I don't remember. I haven't played my Sapphire forever. So, comparatively, this is water. So, something about a quarter of the region, maybe around a third. Feels kind of more like about a quarter, actually. It's just entirely surf. Is that entirely bad? Not particularly. I mean, okay. It didn't so much bother me that it was just surfing everywhere, tentacle, because this game is gonna be Zubat. Zigzagoon. I have no idea who this is. So with just that in mind, it wasn't so much that I minded as much as how much of a pain it is to navigate through Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. So for some reason, probably just due to limiting her processing power, instead of being a seamless overworld like we're kind of seeing right now with Sapphire, it was divided up into quadrants, like, well, not so much quad, like 4 section. There are multiple sections, so like, this route would have been its own section, the berry farm would have been its own section, Route 120 was its own section, Fortree was its own section, and that was fine until you hit the ocean, and then they made it much harder to navigate than in the original games, just compared, because they had to rely on quadrants. Like, well, you can connect from this quadrant to this or I need to stop calling it quadrants. So, okay, there's 4 of them in the ocean. That's why I keep saying quadrants, because my brain just wants to go, there's 4 ocean sections, and nig. Well, there's more, but the main part of the game. If it wasn't so difficult to navigate, it would be fine. Other than that, oh well. I say it's fine. You guys can argue with me all you want. Some aspects that were changed were very funny. I mean, they give you a lot of new Pokemon now. You can get almost every starter except from Kalos and Kanto. And each time you get a new starter from Professor Burgeon, it's just some hilarious little scene if you... spoiler. You know, I'm just gonna put a spoiler tag in the description. If people want to complain, it's your fault for not reading the title of this video. Because I could just put spoilers in there. Like, exclamation spoilers, exclamation. So you guys know that we're talking spoilers here. There's one bit where he's running from his wife thinking she's a wild Pokemon. There's an instance where he's running from a moving Machoke. There's just a lot of funny little bits in this game that they added. It holds your hand a lot. It kind of felt ridiculous even. It did so even more than X, Y, Black, White, anything recently. And it's like, I don't get it. Ruby and Sapphire weren't that hard. I'm not gonna get lost going from Mobile to Burden Turf. Speaking of Mobile, that's actually one thing that bugs me. I don't even get what they did with some changes. Mobile is now like this huge indoor city, 2 floors. I mean, in the game it was simple, in the anime it was simple. Well, original games. There's been no reference to it being this giant, this indoor mall thing, and I'm sorry. Evidently my niche just got into something, sorry. Anyway. Mobile. I don't know. Oh, I hate this sometimes, hopefully the microphone doesn't pick up too much. Okay. I'm gonna just ignore that. We're gonna choose to ignore that, just because that's the fun of living at home while you're still in school. Okay, this goes off into the corner, I'll just cut real quick. So overall, I guess, how would I say it ranks? Is there more content? Like, is the amount of content great? I think it's better than X and Y, even. There's more to do, they added a lot more post-game. I want to say there's a better battle facility. I haven't really checked it out yet. There's just so much legendaries and stuff to do. It's ridiculous. I mean, I'm at over 40 hours so far, and I don't even see me near the end. Because there's so much to explore, there's a lot to do in Alpha Ruby and Omega Sapphire, and even if you have played through Ruby and Sapphire a shit ton like I have, it's definitely worth picking up. It's entertaining. You can do crap like this, but even more ridiculous where you're just riding around like on one wheel, like who cares? And if you're a shiny hunter like I am, the good news is they took off the shiny lock off everything. That's my understanding anyway. So you can get Reshiram shiny, you can get Zekrom shiny, you can get the Oxus shiny, which I'm currently trying to hunt. There's a big bonus. If you're in it for competitive, it's actually probably one of the easiest games currently to breed. I don't know so much about EVs yet because I haven't really gotten that point yet. But hey, yeah, it's great fun all around. I'd probably give it a rating of water over 10. For those of you who want a stat number, yeah, 9.5 out of 10. Not the best Pokemon game. I mean, some problems from X and Y still exist, which I'll go over later in normal green Let's Play. So for those of you who are new here, this is Sir Clud. I run this channel, I face it. I'll occasionally have guests on. We'll play some big variety of games. I'm still currently playing Pokemon Green. Frick, stupid dog. I don't know. If you guys like these reviews, go ahead and just hit that like button. I'm sorry about the background noise here. This is my 5th time trying to record this in the past 2 days, but nothing is going right for me right now. Fuck this, fuck that, fuckity, fucking, yeah. Fuck's a big word here. If you don't like that, get the fuck out of here. So, I don't know. If you guys would like to see more reviews, just let me know. I can go over more collection stuff. You guys saw that big Pikachu 3DS Excel in that box. You think that's the only nice thing I have that's gaming related? That's not true. We have a lot we can cover. Just let me down in the comments, and this is Sir Clud. Stay.